What is up, guys? Welcome to the
Legendary
8th or 9th Legendary Heroes podcast with me, Joe Solaglow, and I'm the fighter. That's what I am. We have classes now.
We have classes now because this is like a super, on my word and my word alone, this is totally a D&D podcast.
Yeah.
Brand new shiny
Makes it
shiny
official.
classes. Let's
Yeah.
move on to Nordic.
So yeah, hey, I am Nordic from Everybody Knows Who the Fuck I Am. So I am the deadly assassin, wielding my katana for
Damn.
justice and mostly murder. So it's not really justice.
I will duel you for that one day.
It's true. So for those of you who don't know, in my will that I wrote that isn't really official, but I'm still counting as official, whoever so beats me in a duel inherits my katana. So
what happens if you faceplant like a pavement and it just kills you outright? Does the pavement get your katana?
of course, yes.
Yeah.
Well, wait, no, because that's not an honorable duel, because clearly the pavement tripped me. So
Oh.
that's
What if
that's
somebody else?
dirty
What
fighting.
if somebody else tripped you?
What if what? Oh, well
What
then
if-
that
what if-
person. Well, it's still not a duel though. So that one it just it would just kind of hang in here until a thief stole it.
Fair
And
enough.
for being dishonorable, the pavement would have to be put to death.
Exactly.
Awesome.
With it, just a
Anyways.
guillotine goes straight down on the pavement. It's like
Somebody get my jackhammer.
Oh my
Matt,
God.
introduce yourself.
Yeah.
What's up? I'm back after like 3 months of sadness.
No, you've been gone for so long.
I know, right?
We missed you.
Yes, I'm Matt from Acre Gaming. I'm the paladin of this whole bunch of people.
Yeah.
Hi.
A
And
little bit of healing, little bit of murder, little bit of undead smiting.
we
It's
haven't
everything that
introduced the healer though.
Yeah.
I'm Sunny.
Sunny's here.
Hi.
Sunny is a new legendary hero.
Yeah.
We are proud to announce
We are
that.
now the
Yes, we
5
are.
legendary heroes, except that Harcos isn't here right now. But
So
we're
it's-
still 5.
Still 5.
Still 5. And
Hell
I'm
yeah.
the cleric.
Yeah, because she wants to be a healer and a magey person.
So like when you guys are killing each other with your katanas, I'll just be like, nope, can't die.
Yeah,
You just
like,
heal
yeah.
us both constantly.
Yeah. Oh, damn it! You stole my joke.
That's not honorable either.
Just like
Just-
just
the really
fight
the
until
whole
we're
stabbing each
completely
other.
worn out.
Just an infinite series of pain. We're just getting healed and just stabbing each other over and over again.
I'll get
Finally, we
bored and
just
then
go
I'll
kill
decide the
Sunny.
victor by stopping healing one of you. I'll be like, I think Joe gets the katana.
You just
But
click
then
like the
it's-
cleric undo button and then just like fall to pieces.
But then it's not honorable, so he still doesn't get it.
I mean, no one saw, right? Nobody saw me doing my magic, so.
Maybe I should be a rogue class just so I can sneak into your house and just steal
Steal
the
my
katana.
But I'm an
Maybe rape you
assassin, so
on the way
I'm like also your stealth check will have to overpower my stealth check.
So
So
sleep with your eyes open.
yeah, like Gandalf, I'm just like staring at you.
All right. Well,
So now that
Awesome.
we've sufficiently tangented,
yeah, like we
Oh,
always do.
It's not a podcast without a tangent,
Let's
right?
move on to this podcast top 5, which is the top 5 games we spent the most money on.
yeah, this is gonna be embarrassing.
It's super obvious for me.
It's gonna be the most embarrassing for me, though. Joseph, you go first.
Okay. All right, I'll take the blow first. I have hands down spent the most money on League of Legends, and that's like $300
God
on
damn.
Shit.
skins, on shit that doesn't change
Anything.
the actual gameplay. It just makes you look different.
You're bitching at Sunny for trying to buy a computer.
Yeah.
Trying to buy a Thresh mug for $15
Spent,
and that's not
freaking
okay?
A
Come on,
third of
man.
a computer.
I
on
bought
League
that
of
mug, by the
Legends.
way.
Given that's over the course of 3 years.
I'm
But
proud of you.
Jesus, dude.
Yeah.
I
it's a
think
lot.
I can go next.
Is yours also League?
Mine's
No,
even
no.
more shameful. I used to play only one game when I was from 9. Literally, I started when I was 9, and probably up to 12. And I probably over that time, I didn't do anything else but play this game. And so
I was
when-
sad.
whenever I had a birthday or a Christmas, I would ask for NX, which is Nexon Cash. And you probably, if you know the game, then you're shameful. I know it's bad, but it's MapleStory, which is this
Oh.
terrible bobblehead game. That's literally the worst game ever. It's actually terrible. It's designed poorly. The classes are unbalanced. It's just bad.
It's the hugest grind in the history of MMOs.
And yeah,
And she
It's
she
one of those-
ground her way to level 120, which is at the time
That was
like,
amazing.
1% of people did that because
Oh
it
my
was so
Christ.
boring and just horrible.
I was like the 10-year-old legend. No, I'm just kidding. I wasn't really. But
And this is one of those
So-
games where they like show you the pictures of everyone with like awesome armor and like really skimpy outfits, and then all of
Yeah.
a sudden it's like, oh, guess what? You start in rags.
yeah, pretty
Yeah.
much. Yeah, you have to you like pay $50 for like 3 pixels of a shoe.
So let's see, Marley. How much money did you spend on that game again?
You know, probably like $450.
I don't think so.
That was
No,
actually
I think it was more.
No, that was the grand total. Blade, my
oh,
friend
it was
Blade.
I'm thinking of Blade.
Yeah, he spent over $1,000 on that game.
For
Yeah.
fuck's sake.
Mm-hmm. People,
That's
when
what
you're
I was
obsessed
thinking
with
of.
MapleStory, you're obsessed, and then you look back at it and you kind of cry a little bit, and think about all the things you could have bought with that instead of pixels, and they
then feel
expire in
big
3
shame.
months. All the pixels, they're gone.
Are you serious?
Yeah, you have to repurchase.
That's
No,
so
no, no, no.
wrong.
But you can spend a lot of money to get them permanently.
Not anymore. They took that
Oh,
away.
wow. But you still have yours permanently.
What a
Yeah,
fucking
I have some permanent
scumbag
stuff.
game.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like
Wow.
Marley spent the extra money to have it permanently, so she spent like a load of money to have it.
Fucking hell.
No, I was like, it'll be an investment, and I guess it didn't really pay off because you get bored of it, so you
Yeah,
want to
no,
buy
you never
more.
play it again.
And I mean, you play it for 8 hours a day, so it's like you get bored of looking at the same stuff. So it's in your messed up brain, it's okay to spend like $700 billion on, like 1 pixel on your screen and like be able to show people, look at this pixel, I'm poor, ha.
I
Yeah.
think I can
Well-
say that Matt and I cannot beat those.
Yeah.
Wow.
No, we cannot. Not even close.
What's yours?
Well, when I think about it, it's dead even. Between like purely in subscription fees with Final Fantasy 14 because fuck spending money like for in-game shit that I can just earn. But yeah, I got addicted to that game like a year and a bit ago, and it just ruined my life. Yeah. So that's my spare time gone. But if it's not that, I bought every single episode of the Telltale series of The Walking Dead, which technically counts as an in-game purchase, and they're like $5 each. So that's like I don't know, a lot of money for in-game stuff.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
mine's really not that shameful. I'm actually okay.
Yeah, they're definitely more legitimate
Yeah.
purchases than just a skin or fucking pixels.
And it
Yeah,
only
pretty
goes up to like $50, so it's not.
I didn't spend
It's-
that much on mine, but it's still pretty pathetic.
Oh, I'm so curious.
So,
I'm gonna
are
reign
you,
above on this one.
are you guys familiar with Oblivion? Elder
Yep.
Scrolls.
Hell yeah. I
Oh,
love
did
that
you
game.
buy armored horses?
Hold on, Joe. Don't you ruin this for me.
That's a yes.
I got the Game of the Year edition for $60, and then bought all of the leftover DLC, including horse armor.
Oh my god. Why?
It probably totaled at about $100, but it's just so shameful that I bought horse armor.
Like, I would have been
Was it-
fine if you bought all the other stuff except horse armor, because
Nope,
that's
I bought
bullshit.
horse armor too. I was like, you know what? Why not? I want Shadowmere to look cool. It's so awful.
Bethesda should not have made a penny off of that DLC. It's
Wow.
pathetic.
So all it did is
bad.
put
Even
armors on horses?
Bethesda's ashamed. Yeah, it like gives your horses a little more health and makes them look a little cooler. But no one rides horses in the game because they suck.
They are terrible in that game. Like
The
you ride
only
them right at the
use-
beginning because it's fun, and then after that you're just like, what the fuck am I doing with my life?
The
Fast
only
travel.
use, yeah, the physics are awful, and the only use is if you get Shadowmare, who is immortal and will come back to life every time you kill it. You can kill Shadowmare, shove all of your leftover shit up his ass, and then let him come back to life. And then when you get to a shop, you can kill him and take it all back out again.
Oh
before
my
he comes
god,
back.
that's disgusting. You literally just fill him up with
He's
your
literally
goods.
like a drug mule.
He is, and I thought
That's
they smelled
fucked.
bad on the outside.
Oh my god.
Okay, so wait, is this a top 4? Because how are we
I
gonna
have
do
no
the last
clue
one?
what's gonna happen now.
Well,
Yeah.
I think
Well,
it's
is there-
just gonna
is
have to
there-
be a top 4.
Is there any game we've all got that we've all put money into?
well, I can actually say that I spent more than you did, Matt, on League of Legends, and I've been playing that game for not that long.
Okay,
Damn.
Yeah, I know.
so Marley counts for 2 of those.
Oh,
Right on.
I've got an idea. Let's ask Harcos. Hey, Harcos, what did you spend the most money on?
My Little Pony Friendship is Magic, the video game. I'm just kidding, by the way.
It's probably Monster Hunter or something. Thanks, Harcos. Thanks for your input.
Okay, Monster Hunter.
Yay, we did.
That's a good call, actually. Anyway, okay,
Another
so
bad
let's
call.
move on to the actual topic of the podcast, which is what makes games addicting?
Games that don't suck.
Well,
Complexity.
That's addicting.
Good
well,
call.
then that's not true.
Good call
Sonny was
there.
addicted to Maple Story.
Yeah, oh my god, that game sucked. I mean, it
Oh,
was
man.
okay, but they never mind, I'm not even gonna.
No, don't.
Like,
don't.
what made it fun for you?
For
Let's
me,
ask that, yeah.
what made Maple Story fun? The, like, community was really nice, and it was full of kids who, I guess, like,
Okay, community, that's good.
what else? The complexity, like, if you had, like, everyone else could do different things, and if you kind of knew what every class could do, then you could do, like, parties well, and you could easily do dungeons and stuff. So again, that actually also plays into, like, community, even though they dumbed down, like, all the classes over time, and, like, pretty much everyone, you know, does the same thing, even though classes are still extremely imbalanced. What else made it fun? Immersion. You kind of felt like you were in the world. You felt like you were a bobblehead.
Sounds awful.
Okay, immersion, that's good.
So,
I think, in terms of being addicted to games, it has to be like a short session, in my opinion. And I'm thinking of games like League of Legends, games like Rogue Legacy, games like Binding of Isaac, where you have these short sessions where it's easy to die, but it's also easy to live.
Well, there's
You
a
know what I mean?
there's actually like there's a chemical reason for that too. Like as far as why games like that are addictive. For me, it's Dark Souls. I have plugged more time into Dark Souls than any other game, and the reason why is because when you get to a reward, it is extremely rewarding because there's been such a period of time where you haven't had one. It's perfectly spaced. So like it's not always great to it's not always addictive when you first play it, but if you get into it just a little bit, then you're hooked.
I think that's, like, similar with League of Legends, because it takes, like, if you're on a 10-loss, like, streak, I guess, and then you win one game, that win is, like, the best thing you've ever felt.
And League of Legends regulates your play too.
Yeah.
That's the key to making an addictive game, and this is a big thing for mobile games too, because generally the idea is like the reward that you get from a game, you know, it's dopamine. So you you achieve something in a game, you're like, yay, dopamine reward in my brain.
Yay, dope.
Yeah.
The thing is,
Yay, dopamine.
yeah,
That's what
yay,
everyone
dopamine.
says.
That's what I
Yay,
said.
drugs.
So what happens is like over time though, you essentially desensitize to dopamine, and like at your receptors, your dopamine receptors will like downregulate, so that way there will be less of them. So it takes more of whatever you're doing to get a high from it. So when you're doing the same thing over and over again, like in any other game, or just when you're playing for so long, then you don't get the same reward, and it takes more to do it. So you know that you kind of get bored. That's what getting bored is.
I think that's my whole situation with Dark Souls.
Yeah, that's the thing about Dark Souls is that they regulate your consumption of dopamine. They scatter huge rewards with a longer period in between, so that way you never get desensitized. It's genius, and it works.
Yeah.
It's also really subtle. Like I wouldn't have noticed that if you hadn't just gone on a big rant about it.
Sorry,
I hadn't
Yeah,
played through the first one. Like I wouldn't.
I
Have
really
noticed
want to
that.
do a study on it, but yeah, that's like what it is. So
Yeah,
that's
pretty
why
cool.
chemically you do it.
That's
I
awesome.
feel like investment also has to do with, like, how much you can get into a game. Like,
How much money you spend on it?
well, I think that's
Maybe.
part of it, but also, like, the amount of time you've already invested in it trying to like it.
Definitely. Oh
Yeah.
my god.
So, like,
Yeah,
Like
that sounds
it.
about right.
or I mean, if something was interesting and it actually got you, if you were inherently interested into it in the game, and you've already invested like 30 hours in Skyrim, and like, oh, I'm following around butt stuff and doing shit, and like, I don't want to abandon her because I'm now invested in that life.
Oh, okay. I see what you mean.
And I get that too, because for me it's like, since I'm a big like achievement gamer, that is, I want to I want to complete things and do all that shit.
Yeah.
I'm very much a 100%er. And if I get started completing a game and I get to a certain point, I can't stop.
Dang.
My biggest example was Sleeping Dogs. Have you guys ever played that?
Oh my
Yeah,
god, that game
I've
I
is
have
so
never
good.
Dogs. I beat that game like straight through.
Yeah,
I
me
know what you
too.
mean.
That game is really, really good, but here's the thing. Completing it is very tedious.
Yes, it
Because
is.
there's a lot of chance things, and there's a lot of money you have to get and like buy shit and do a bunch of tedious races over and over again. And don't even get me started on the chicken fights. which you have to win like
Oh,
10
God.
consecutive wins,
Which is
but
impossible.
you
near
don't
enough.
have any chance of like modifying that. So that was a game where I was like, okay, I've beaten this game, I've gotten so far, I'm not going to stop until I complete it. And I did. I got all the achievements, and I hate myself.
Oh my god.
I know the feeling, man. I know the feeling. I
It's
think
like-
one
The
other
combat in
thing.
that game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think one other thing is competitivity. Like, for example,
Oh, yeah.
I was incredibly invested in the last Call of Duty game, and I will probably do the same with this one. When my playtime was above 340 hours, which is a straight 2 weeks. Yep.
Damn.
My life is worthless. And so, but like the reason for that is because most of that was online play, and most of that was like where I just like got absorbed in being like trying to be better than everybody else, and like trying to kind of push like new ways of playing it and stuff like that. But it was all to try and be because I have like a really competitive side to me, and so I think that
Yep.
if they make a game where it's easy to be competitive and but it can also be rewarding when you succeed in being competitive, it like I think that kind of works too.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I think another thing is relevance.
Yeah.
So like you can be really good at a game, but like if no one cares and like no one else plays the game, then that's not addicting. Like if you can do really well and then tell all your friends and they all like play the same game, that
I've done
I
that with
think
Dark
that
Souls,
contributes.
definitely. I've been
Yeah,
like,
so-
yeah, I got to do this with this, and I didn't take any. God, I think I like pissed off all my friends for like a week after I beat the consumable only run. I was
Dude,
like,
that was
I'm
insane,
the
though.
best, and then they were like, shut the fuck up.
Dude, who gives a fuck?
They were like, who cares? I was like,
Dude, I
"Okay."
was invested in that playthrough there.
Hey,
That's
Jar,
what
What
Dark
else?
Souls does. But
I
That's what-
timed that fight with the Mirror Knight, and I wish I was dead.
35 minutes, man.
35 whole minutes of me just sitting there watching you throw shit at a man with a mirror. Like,
Not realizing that the game volume was too loud, so my murmuring wasn't even audible. So that was
Oh.
really great.
Oh, by the way, on an off topic, not to get on a huge tangent, but did you know that the Mirror Knight's one of his attacks is glitched, where if you turn the volume all the way down on Dark Souls, you can still hear it, and it's extremely loud.
Wow.
I don't know if you knew
Explains
that.
a lot.
Yeah, if you I turned the volume all the way down because it was like bursting my eardrums out,
Is it like
and it still
something
just
like
goes through. But I
Like-
think it might have been patched.
that? Hopefully, that probably had a lot to do with it. I think it's his lightning attack because that always sounds super loud.
Yeah, and it was horrible.
Ugh.
My
that sounds
my
it.
eardrums were bursting off. But to get back on topic, another thing that I think is addicting is having a reason to get on the game like every day.
Like,
Like in League of
yeah.
Legends, they have your first win of the day gives you bonus IP.
oh yeah. Oh my god.
So there's like
Challenges
what's
in
the word?
Halo. That's another thing for me.
challenges.
yeah, they do daily challenges in Call of Duty as well. You come back
Yeah.
and there's like 3 new things for you to
Holy
do.
shit. Let me tell you a little something about legendary All Skulls On in Halo
God.
Reach.
Oh my god.
Did you guys familiar with Halo Reach much?
Yeah.
I love Halo Reach.
Yeah, Joseph.
Okay.
I
My
used to
favorite
watch
Halo.
Joseph play it. I used to be the backseat person. Just
Did you
watching him
ever see like the challenges where it would be like weekly challenge Lace or monthly challenge Laso, which is legendary All Skulls On? It was like on a certain level. Did you ever see those?
Yeah, and
An
then
Yeah.
you get rewarded with something. I forget what it was. It was like a lot of
insane
points or
amount of
something.
credits, like 100,000 or more.
Wow.
I had like all the best armor already though. I was so addicted to that game. It was sad.
Well, me and my friend Avery, I'm trying to think if you guys have met him before. I don't think you have.
Nope.
But we beat every single level on the Halo Reach campaign, legendary All Skulls On. Let me tell you
Damn.
something about this. First of all, it removes your HUD because of blind. It makes your ammo super scarce. It makes you really weak. It makes all your enemies ridiculously strong. In fact, the only way to kill an elite is to either waste an entire clip of like a plasma pistol draining their shields, or to assassinate them. Because other than that, you are fucked. You either do headshots and shield draining, or you're fucked.
Yeah, I remember doing legendary mode by myself, and I thought that was really hard. I can't imagine having all skulls on though.
Oh, and don't get me started on iron, because with iron, even when you're playing with someone else, if one of you dies, you get sent back to the last checkpoint.
God damn
Wow.
it.
Oh yeah.
Dude, that is hardcore.
It
Like,
was-
kicking your ass.
You need to
We
trust
felt
that
like
person.
such badasses afterwards, and that's a big thing. Like you give someone a huge reward for a ludicrous task, like it kept us going.
Yeah.
It was awesome. We felt
That's true.
great. And then we realized, oh, let me tell you something. I know I'm like getting on a huge tangent about this, but we were playing with his brother John, who sucks. He
I like it.
he was really bad at Halo Reach, and at least at the time, he's probably better now. But we had spent 2.5 hours on one level, and we were at the very end, the very last area. His brother does something stupid, and Avery yells at him. John gets up, unplugs the Xbox, and
Oh my God.
yeah. Or no,
You
strike
had to
that. He didn't
restart.
unplug his Xbox. He disconnected his controller, which guess what removes you from offline. So I
God
was
damn it.
still playing, but no one else was there. I was like, oh, it's okay. I can do this on my own. I'll get pissed off at John later. What I forgot is that the Iron Skull, if you're the only one playing,
Yeah,
doesn't send you
returns
back
to
to
the
the last
beginning.
checkpoint. It sends you back to the beginning.
Yeah.
So I rage quit. I called Avery. I said, "Fucking kill your brother!"
Oh my
God.
god.
And
we
then you went
tried
and
again
beat
the next
John's
day,
ass.
and we beat it.
Did you
Yeah.
not just beat John's ass after that? Just hold him down and just get him with
I
the
think Avery
belt,
wanted
you know?
to.
Give him the end that has the
Really wanted
buckle.
to.
Hit him with the ring hand.
Oh my god.
So that was
Start
fun.
domestic violence.
Call
I'm not
911.
pro that, but in that case, it sounds like it's probably okay.
Oh my god.
I think another thing that makes games addicting.
Back
get
to the actual
on
point,
topic.
yeah.
Complexity.
Shit. Oh, just being unique. So having
Yeah. Okay.
a reason. In terms of FPSs, I really don't get addicted to them too often because to me they're all kind of the same.
Yeah, I get that.
But I'll very easily get addicted to a game like Fez, which is wow.
Fez.
There's nothing else like it.
There's another game that I've spent way too much time getting everything in.
Yeah.
It's those
I don't know
it's
this
those
game.
3 puzzle pieces that are, or whatever they are, that are you have to wait until a very specific time, and it's like a clock that ticks constantly in your game, and one of them will only reach the exact point that it needs to once per month.
Wow.
So
that's fucked
yeah,
up.
I 100%ed it because I changed the clock on the Xbox so that way I could figure it out, but I had to calculate when it was going to be at the exact time that I needed to be. It was bullshit.
That's messed up. That's some Animal Crossing shit right there.
Yeah. Animal Crossing.
Animal Crossing, where you set the time forward to get your birthday gift
Yeah.
every year in the course of 5 minutes.
Yeah. And then you have all the weeds.
All the weeds.
Oh my
But
god.
you have all the fruit,
Mm-hmm.
and that's
You have
what's
so much
important.
money. You put all your money in the bank and then come back. You set the date forward 20 years. You have all the money, but all of your villagers are gone, and you feel like
Then
shit.
Tom Nook just ass fucks you and takes all of that money
Yeah.
right out of your bank.
Oh my
It's oh,
Tom
sorry,
Nook
did
is
you plan
huge.
on saving up anything? This is mine now.
And his huge Tanuki balls.
Is that what he is?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Tanukis have huge balls.
Wow.
In case
I've heard that.
you didn't know. I'm gonna do
I
a
have
monster
heard that.
manual on Tanukis. I need to, but
Does he have leg
Because-
balls?
What?
does he
Does
have
he have
what?
leg balls?
Leg balls. He's got 20 leg balls.
Damn.
Anyway,
No,
I think we're getting to the point where we should wrap it up. Maybe.
Wait,
Are
how long
we?
have been going? I don't know.
It's
I
the
have
call's been
no
going 50
idea.
minutes, but I don't know about the podcast.
I think
don't know when we
started
started.
around 3:20, so let's go for 5 more minutes and we'll call it.
All right,
Okay.
That
this
works.
sounds good.
Besides, clearly we found enough tangents that we're getting to some. We should probably
So
be
many
thinking about
tangents.
conclusions. So, what we got: a good reward system. You've been writing them down. Good reward system, a reason to invest, uniqueness. That's definitely a big thing because I think all the games that I get addicted to are really, really unique.
Yeah. Also, community and immersion.
Mhm.
A lot of
Yep.
things.
It's Sunny. You mentioned complexity, but you never really
Yeah, I wasn't able to input anything about that. The more complex a game is, like League of Legends, where there's a million different things that could happen at every time, and you get involved in strategy, and it just gets easy. Gets easy to be invested in something when you understand it well.
Okay, I definitely get
I
that.
see what you say.
I
see what you're
because
saying.
I'm like that with Dark Souls because Dark Souls is a really difficult game to understand as far as the stats and all of that goes and how the weapons work.
Yeah.
It takes a lot to learn them.
Yeah, so maybe the effort put in, especially when I watch all these VaatiVidya videos on it, it does make me feel more immersed to put that effort in.
And that's another big thing is how serious this might have to do with the community, but how seriously people take what the game is about and what's in it. So obviously Dark Souls has a huge community of people who are trying to figure out what the hell it means. So that's important, I think.
Yeah.
Because it
I
makes
also want to point out that it's fun as hell to know what every item is in the game,
yeah.
and then just have someone watching you play and like walk up to an item and just know what it is already, and
Yep.
be like, "Oh, this is like some random ass thing.
this
like
this
there's
is
like
this
4
is
life
7
gems."
green blossoms.
Yeah.
I know exactly what you're talking about, and I could probably reconstruct the entirety of Dark Souls 1 and 2 in my mind and tell you where everything is. So that's
I-
probably
Saying right
pretty
now,
probably
that's
forgot.
incredibly sad.
Yeah.
Well,
Just
fuck
gonna
you, Matt.
Why
Why don't you go play
Fuck
Call of
too,
Duty?
Jacob. All right, I'll go and do that right now. Fuck
Why
you,
don't
I'm
you go-
out.
Why don't you go play with... No, that...
No, Matt.
I have thought you were actually going to leave the call because you
No,
often
no,
do
no,
that.
Not whilst you're recording. I can't do it then. That's,
Go,
that's,
go,
that's
to,
too
go
rude.
find your own game with blackjack and hookers.
Yeah, screw the game and the blackjack. I would say screw the hookers, but that's kind of the point, right?
Oh,
Maybe that's what
damn.
we should get into. Why are hookers so addicting?
Yeah.
Okay, that's
Uh,
not.
Always want to go back to their disgusting, disease-filled...
Booties.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Wow,
The
this
booties.
just took a left turn.
Oh,
Um,
God.
I'm sorry to have brought it here, guys.
yeah, you really brought it. Good job, man.
Very much apologize for that.
That's
Is there anything else we can add? Like, I'm trying to think of what else keeps me on a game.
Yeah, me too. Let me see. We've talked a lot. We covered a lot really quickly. Like this has been, even though
Yeah.
we went on a couple tangents, this has been a really
That's-
focused podcast.
That's kind of what we want to do, yeah. I think.
So you did it, Joe. You figured
Did
it
it.
out.
What
Did it.
the hell
Oh.
did you say?
Really, really relatable characters in game.
Oh, very true. And
because-
just good story in general,
yeah.
also.
If
to
I
go
feel
along with it.
invested in my character and the characters around me in the game, then I want to keep going back to it. That's something that keeps me going back to Animal Crossing all the time, is that they're all really unique and they all have really cool things to say. And I think
Yeah.
about how much time it must have taken to make all that like that, but I'm just like, you know what? Yeah, this is awesome.
Mhm.
And that keeps me really invested if I care about the players.
Yeah.
In terms of like campaign modes, like having a really good story with good like cliffhangers,
Yeah,
it does make you like keep coming back.
and a
That's
really
what you're
good
done.
motivation for doing what you're doing.
Yeah, like one game like that was Tomb Raider, and I know that game has like a lot of like negative acclaim.
Are
and
you talking
stuff.
about like the reboot they did for that?
the
Yeah, that was
remake.
really good actually. I kind of
I
enjoyed that.
liked that game. I played that game like straight through because it had really good cliffhangers.
Yeah, I 100%ed that and just wasted my life.
Yeah,
Worth it.
great game.
Hell yeah.
Great game.
I
What else
agree.
did I 100%?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask. That's a good point. Is what have we like 100%ed that was fucking impossible?
Skyrim. Except it's
Um,
impossible to 100% Skyrim. I had a
The
94.
completionist did it.
Well,
he
it's
spent I think 400 hours on it.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Wow.
pretty
yeah.
impossible.
Oh, dude, another series that's amazing to go along with Tomb Raider is like the BioShock series.
Yes.
I've played every single bit of content that is
Mhm.
available for BioShock, and oh my god, I wish there was more, because they're just so good at telling a story.
It's too bad that company has fallen apart. I think. But-
Really, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I think we don't have any more BioShock games because I think.
No, well, Irrational Games were the final people that owned the rights to the content, and then they disbanded
yeah,
slash shrunk massively and tried to focus on smaller games. So it's
they're ripped.
yeah, that would be lucky if we see another one.
Oh
Oh,
well.
so
I
have
just
you-
wanna become a millionaire and then just single-handedly fund it, because I would totally do that if I had the money.
Just pay them
Oh,
a
with that,
shitload
you
of
probably
money.
need to be a billionaire, if not more. Jeez.
Yeah, actually, like well, just a multi-millionaire, like
Yeah.
probably like
You,
100.
you need a couple of hundred for that.
If you had like $16 trillion, would you just like be willing to like give 15 of that to the U.S. so that way everyone shuts the fuck up?
No.
I think like if one person suddenly had $16 trillion, dollars just wouldn't be worth shit.
Yeah, I know. But if someone was just like, here, I'm going to repay the debt to the U.S., but I'm keeping $1 trillion for myself since that will give me everything that I will ever need ever.
I would keep like a freaking like $500 million, then I'd be good with that. I don't think I'd need $1 trillion, but yeah.
Maybe keep like a full billion just to be safe. You know, you don't know what
Yeah,
happens
just
around the
be
corner.
safe.
Oh my god.
Just in case you get mugged and someone takes like just $500 million.
Just in
out of
case
your
you're
pocket.
carrying your $1 billion in your wallet. Like you just look at someone like is walking down the street and like looking at you. Your back pocket is like stretched out like 5 feet behind you.
Just with $100 bills.
Yeah.
Or actually, better yet, they just like you're just getting robbed, and someone like reaches into your wallet, and there's just like $500 million bill.
Oh, shit.
Just one bill.
Like, what the fuck?
Like, you
Best
fucking
day of
kidding
my
me?
life. Anyway, I think
Yeah, I think
that's a
we're
good
good.
point to wrap up. Yeah. So to reiterate what we've said about what makes a game addicting, we think community, immersion, good reward systems, time that you've invested, relevance of the game, competitiveness, and uniqueness all make games addicting.
Damn right.
So, any final words, guys?
Bye.
Slap.
Oh wait, we need the ending word for this podcast.
Potato.
Back alley Sally.
Holy Sally.
And we're done.